Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. When we left off, we had just gotten ourselves captured by, what's her name? True Soul Gut. Found ourselves chained in this room, and we were rescued by someone who works for Raphael the Devil, who popped out of a portal, killed her, apparently had already killed Paloma here, and then went back through the portal after saying Raphael wanted us to survive. So we find ourselves separated from our companions, somewhere presumably in this Saluna temple. So we need to find our way back, but I'm also wanting to explore more around here and see what else we can find, if there's anything of interest. Now in the meantime, I got a couple of comments on YouTube of some important things. So one, the minimap. There's a setting that allows it to rotate, so hopefully now I'll have a better idea of what direction I'm facing, so that'll be pretty cool. Another thing that was mentioned is that I tanked Karlach's AC to 11 when I gave her these boots, because they're considered medium armor. I didn't think that they would count armor, because I know as a barbarian she has, what do they call it? The unarmored defense, there it is, where she adds her constitution modifier to her AC when she's not wearing armor. And so in my mind, I didn't consider these boots as armor because they don't change her AC. But apparently, because they're considered medium armor, which I saw as a requirement rather than they would count it as medium armor, it's killed her AC. So we need to keep an eye out for some better armor, because even 13 AC is not a ton. Like, you consider Varric here is at 17 AC, Shadowheart's 17. Like, our sorcerer should not have an AC that's 6 higher than our frontline tank. It's terrible. So we'll look into that. Another thing pointed out is that we gained Speak with Dead automatically from completing the Necromancy of Thay book. So I don't know if that's listed anywhere. Not that I know, but that's why we have it down here twice. So one of them is coming from the amulet we have, and the other one we got for the Necromancy of Thay. So we no longer need that amulet, so I need to keep an eye out for any other good amulets that I might want. I mean, that's something that we have to have the brand, which we didn't get because we got kidnapped instead. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for another amulet, but we don't need that one anymore because the Necromancy of Thay covered it. Was there anything else? Nothing's coming to mind at the moment. Those are the major things. I guess let's summon Scratch while I'm thinking about it, so then we have a bit more help while we're here. And how far did we get in exploring? Apparently not far. We just explored the chest, or the cell, explored Paloma, and I think that's where we stopped. So we'll explore this room. Yeah, we did all of that. And then I guess head down there, and then maybe finally leave the door, because I think we are in a different region, a different room location than where our friends are. So I'm guessing going through that door would get me back to my friends, so I want to explore this room first.
One day I'll catch a break.
Since it looks like everyone that was here is dead already.
Must have been our warlock friend.
Oh. Although there's something to be said about going back and bringing my friends, because at least that gives me more perception checks when going through this stuff.
Something good here, I hope.
Maybe we'll swing back through this room when we find them. Just as a quick check to see if any perception checks fire. Mainly I'm putting off going back and exploring to find my friends because I don't trust my ability to safely get all the way through. Although I could switch to them. Play as them instead. Shielded from the voice of the Absolute. That's gotta be because of Shadowheart's artifact, I assume. Hello. So yeah, we could switch to them and then have them wander around trying to find Varric. Maybe the Misty Step. I mean, that's not a terrible amulet. Misty Step's a cool spell. How often can I use it? Once per short rest. And that's a bonus action? Yeah. That has value. Let's read this. Though the book is mildewed and covered in what seems to be imprints of animal guts, one recipe in particular is still legible. There's joy in helping others that I never knew. While I myself have never had any talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get the look of wonder on Necro's face out of my head. That look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with a soothing electricity I thought impossible. Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Vitriol of Weave Moss and sublimate of Belladonna. We found Belladonna. I don't know if we've found Weave Moss. In small doses, add the sublimate to the Weave Moss vitriol, being careful to mix thoroughly until both extracts are seamlessly combined. Shutter on a low fire or leave in the sun until the arcane energy becomes tangible. The last paragraph has been encircled thrice, once in blood. As always, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. That is apparently a very popular rule of alchemy. Selenite Journal, an aged journal. Most of the pages in this aged journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Thus, the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. I confess the design is not foolproof to outsiders, but I had to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I've always wondered why Selûne took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve at this temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason. Don't use the bed, that sounds creepy. A is for Azuth and other gods, 11. We've seen several of these. Selûne guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars, her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shar will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanas, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. Those are 3 different gods that we've dealt with fairly recently. Selûne obviously is where we're at now in her temple, Shar for Shadowheart, and Sylvanas was the god of the grove, the Druid Grove that we went through. That's cool. This is stealing. I will steal those 9 gold. Is it stealing if the occupant is dead? There's the real questions. If I run into a surprise enemy, I am screwed. So, it's probably not smart. Maybe sneak.
This calls for careful footwork.
Just in case. I know stealth isn't your strong suit, but it'll show me sight lines, and hopefully that can give me more of a warning.
Might be worth a look. I'll give it a shot. Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Rocky crevice. That apparently it's wanting someone to go into. So if we had polymorph, or maybe if we had a small familiar. Scratch. Can you go in there? You can. Okay, this... Hey, we're back to the same zone where the rest of my people are. Okay. Smoke powder barrels. Blasting barrels. That is going to cause a giant boom. And he can't actually open any of those. Can you open the door? No, apparently. Could possibly have him attack the door, but no real point to that. Get back over here. Okay, well, it looks like we now know the rest of our party is hiding in the room right outside Priestess's Guts room that we saw where we left them. Huh. Is that the symbol of Selûne? Bunch of stars around a pair of eyes? Could be.
Have to keep going.
So far, still not seeing anyone. Which I will take as a good sign. Oh. These are interactable.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. Let me go back to that journal. Where were you? Here. The interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while the casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. Okay. So this is a lock to a passage to the Underdark. Possibly opens up the floor here, or possibly... I don't know, like this is a secret door or something. But from whatever means, if we rotate this around, so probably this bottom circle is all the dark spots, then we open a route to the Underdark. Since I don't particularly want to go to the Underdark at the moment, there's no treasure in here. Oh, another failed perception. Yeah, we gotta go back and find our allies. Silver plate is probably slightly valuable because it's silver. Yeah. We'll just take that as a trade good. And you can stop hiding. There's no one in here.
Never wanted the easy path.
You're not gonna open this base? Come on. Nothing over there. Yeah. It looks like there's nothing really of note in this room besides that potential entrance to the Underdark. I don't necessarily know where this exactly connects to the other room where our allies are.
I'll give it a shot.
Like, obviously this doorway is what leads us there, but I don't know where it'll pop us out, or if it will pop us out into danger. Okay, Priestess Quarters. Makes sense that that's what that room was called. Our allies are just outside this door? Yes. So however long we've been imprisoned, they've just peacefully stayed there. Okay, there are other goblins around. Faithful Maglubiet? What is that? You're another goblin. So we've got goblins, probably of the Absolute. And someone in a cage who I think maybe they don't follow the Absolute. No way of knowing for sure.
What's in here?
Alright, we've got stuff up there, but I don't see a way up. Cauldrons, etc. Not a lot of value here, considering she's a priestess. Although, I guess she kept all of her valuables in her room. Nope. Go to that crate. Alright. I think that's everything in here. Hello, friends. Come join me. We're gonna go back in because I missed some perception checks. Although we're gonna hold off again on the route to the Underdark. Because the Underdark is a scary place. Okay, no obviously failed perception checks there. I think there was one over here that I missed. Yeah.
What's that?
Good. Not that impressive, but I'll take it. It's free money. Okay. Not a lot of perception checks, actually. Did we ever go up here? I can't remember. We saw that one, but we've already explored there. It's a cool symbol. And I don't think there's anything else here to see perception-wise. Oh. I stand corrected. Where did you walk by, Astarion, that gave you a roll?
That's curious.
A lever. That's locked.
Keep your distance, darling.
Can you lockpick it?
Touch.
DC 15, not bad. I have no idea what this lever goes to. It's unlocked now.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Oh. You're telling me they just had like a secret hidden lever that would also, well, locked lever that would also take us down to the Underdark? I mean, that's cool and all, but please close that. So yes, that's the door. It's not under here. Now we know. Because I don't want a horde of drow just realizing the doorway out of here is open and rushing through. When we're ready to go down there, we'll open it again. Alright, let's head on through. We've already explored this room, so now we can go back on to exploring. This is where... No. This is where we met Priestess Gut. She took us off to the side. So we've dealt with one of the 3 leaders of this group. This looks like a trap. No? Alright, well, if we look at our map, that's all the stuff to leave. Volo is this way. Where's Halsin? We don't know. I would like to try rescuing Volo and Halsin before we pick a fight with all these people. Now, we think the drow is one of the leaders. And I don't know who the other leader is, but probably a boss who's hopefully noticeable. Hello, Liam. I'm gonna come back for you because if I try stopping them, it's gonna kick off a fight. Almost certainly. Volo is that way. You're humanoid. Well, human, looks like. Don't know your deal. We can talk to you.
I want to have a word.
Who are you? Mainly I'm talking to him because there was no one else around to get upset for us talking to him.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
Oh, come on, Varric. I mean, obviously we failed the check. But it's like, what do you mean I'm only passing through or what prisoner? The correct answer is, even if you have no idea what he's talking about, is yes, I'm here to help with the prisoner. Take me to him. All of these make it clear that I have no idea what he's talking about and I can't fake it. What prisoner?
The gentleman being held next door. My acquaintance is working on him, I believe. While I was thrilled to be invited here, I must confess, I find the goblins and their methods crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Huh. So whoever you are, you're clearly someone who's enjoying hurting others. So he's not a prisoner, obviously. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. And then why are you beating yourself? Who invited you a goblin? I am curious, why are you beating yourself?
I realize this looks strange, but I assure you, it is a most intimate form of worship. You see, pain is a loving thing, but trying to explain it to these goblins has proven. Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you.
So someone else who can tell. It is none of his concern, but we'll see what he's willing to tell us about what he knows. How did you know?
Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
You're all about inflicting pain. Alleviating pain does not seem to be what you want. So I'm guessing what you're saying and what you want to do are not the same. How would you do that?
As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us, through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
Go ahead. I'm sure you're in need of a little penance.
Ha ha. No. So his viewpoint is to cause me enough pain and anguish that I don't hate whatever troubles me at the moment. My current problems will not seem as bad in comparison. That is a methodology. No, touch me and you'll lose your hand.
Is that a promise?
Could be.
A pity, though. You would have known such sweet relief at my hands.
No thanks.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to my own worship.
Yeah, have fun, man. Ritual dagger, ritual axe. The Screed of the Willing. Honesty, love, wrath. Many traits are divine. There is only one that we possess that the gods do not. Pain. Our holy mistress invites us to revel in that which makes us mortal, to embrace pain, so she may look upon us and know we are truly living. For what is a life without the sting of agony? Without the anguish of heartbreak? It is a life unlived, a life wasted hiding from the joys of the world. In Loviatar's name, I ask you to live, to dig your nails into your skin and know that you are alive, to know that the greater the pain, the more exalted the life. Whether your pain comes from claws, the scourge, or an ache in your soul, know that our maiden is watching over you. She sees your suffering, and she loves you for it. This guy is nuts. Is he attacking himself with a mace? Wow. I would say, though, that you would not get a ton of force trying to swing a mace over your own shoulder like that. It would probably still hurt, but if you used something like a flail, Morning Star, you'd have much better results. Something with a chain to aid in the swinging. Diagrams of bodies twisted into impossible shapes cover the pages, while handwritten notes fill the margins. Be wary of your mortal limitations. While it is tempting to allow pain's ecstasies to sweep you away, particularly during a delicious bout of self-flagellation, broken bones hinder our worship of our Maiden of Pain. Instead, when the body is spent, focus on a whipping, or perhaps nail removal. Pliers or blade is recommended to ensure Loviatar may forever revel in your agony, as is her right. Yeah. There are some interesting gods in D&D universe. That is a weird one. Hey, Volo. And Gribbo. So this is clearly the prisoner section. Do I think Halsin is going to be tucked back here somewhere? Or through here? This doesn't look like a cell. Thinking there. Anyway, back to where we are. You have 9 hit points. Wonder if there's a way we could get Astarion to sneak attack kill her without us being noticed. Just close that door for a moment. Astarion, you break off from the rest of the group. Come on over here. No. I had that door closed for a reason.
Oi, Gribbo, there's the prisoner.
Ain't a prisoner. He's my pigeon.
Biggest bloody pigeon I ever saw.
Huh. Alright, yeah. You just walked through a solid door. You gotta teach me that ability. Can you stand still for a moment? I'm gonna have Astarion actually walk here. At some point she'll turn around. And then we'll be at a good angle. See basically anywhere in the room. There we go. You... No.
Radio note.
Can you move?
There's the prisoner.
Ain't a prisoner. He's my pigeon.
Yeah, you guys covered this a few minutes ago.
Bloody pigeon I ever saw.
Okay, he's suddenly not stealthing anymore.
Like a wraith.
I could write something in the
There we go.
Intervention. Can't give up now.
Rejoin the party, please.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Let's steal the key.
Look at this! I'm quite saved!
A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
Your actions have consequences. In this case, a violent confrontation.
Bah. Did I turn the entire base against me? I hope not. I think we need to kill the far one, if we can. You're a goblin boss? Surely you're not one of the actual bosses. But no one else is part of this. And given that they're yellow rather than red, I don't think they're aware yet. As long as we don't let him join the fight. You only have 9 hit points. You are not going to be able to kill him.
The dance macabre.
So, what can I do here? I guess let's have you move over here.
Moving.
You'll almost certainly get sneak attack. You can't... No, don't target self, target him. I don't really need to sneak attack. Your base dagger... No, I do need sneak attack. You may not actually kill. Which feels a little dumb, but whatever. And you're only doing a single? Yes. Let me verify. That's dual, that's single. I very much only want you to single, so I have both of my bonus actions left. Miss Astarion, please. Oh, you are so worthless. And he's still alive. You used all 3 of your attacks on a 9 hit point goblin. And he's still alive. And then you just wasted all of your movement in that little dance to get around him for no reason. I don't really want you blocking the door, unfortunately. So, pull back a touch. End your turn. You, same thing. And Volo just vanished. We were mid-conversation, so I don't know what he was going to say about how our deeds would always be remembered. Oh no, no. Okay. I thought he was going to just rush. That's the war drum. We got to kill the war drum.
With haste.
We learned the hard way about that. His 4 hit points. This each does 1d4 plus 1. Ugh. There's nothing I can do that guarantees a kill on it. Besides, as dumb as it is, sending 2 bolts at it. So, that's best I can do.
Can't afford to let up. On I go.
Still has so much health. Temporarily hostile. If you knock out this entity or flee from combat, it may harbor some resentment towards you, but will not remain hostile. Huh. It's a thought. $35. Yeah, she's got this firebolt, but it's based on her intelligence because it's her half-elf ability, and her intelligence is garbage, so it's a spell I'm just never going to use. Do the usual blessing. I can't get Karlach. We moved too far. Then never mind. $55. Yeah, sure. Please hit. There we go. That did real damage. 7 hit points left.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
You supposedly can get there. Let's just have you jump. Then you can definitely get there. There we go.
What's inside?
Nice, friendly confrontation. Yeah, so Volo's gone, so we didn't get to hear the rest of his statement about how he'll always remember us.
Useful.
Rotting bag has nothing of value. There's a bunch of various bags that might have stuff in them. They do have stuff in them. Rotting stuff. Ooh. Not all of it's rotting. Just some of it. I guess only potatoes lasted long term in those bags. Dearest Elminster. Elminster's a name I recognize. Dearest Elminster, I must be brief as I am under some duress, having become the esteemed guest of a rambunctious host of goblins. I would, of course, rather be under duress than under a feathered duvet, for danger and adversity are the very ink in my well, so this is good news indeed. As you well know, there is no wit quicker and no tongue more silvered than that of your humble friend and scribe, and by regaling my would-be foes with the tales of goblin heroics, I have become an indispensable member of their tribe, namely their chronicler and bard. In this guise, I shall live among them a while, so that I may observe their peculiar habits and rituals as closely as possible. All of this shall, of course, be documented in my next magnum opus, My Life Amongst the Conquering Host, to be available at all good booksellers forthwith. An enticing extract is enclosed with this missive. I implore you to spread the word so that adventurers and curiosity seekers around the Sword Coast and beyond will be aquiver with anticipation of this life-extending and soul-enriching guide. And with that I must depart. I am summoned to sing a ballad of my own composition, and the lady, yes, I call her a lady, who delivered the summons, is rather impatient, not to mention well-armed. Truth be told, I believe she has some, dare I say, deep affection for me. She calls me her pigeon, and rarely strays from my side. Perhaps there shall be a chapter in my book regarding goblin marriage rituals. I balk at nothing in my quest for knowledge. Until we meet again, inform the world entire of the diligent research I am undertaking, and ensure word of my upcoming masterwork is on the lips of every innkeep and sellsword from Waterdeep to Baldur. Volo. You were gonna marry that goblin because she called you her pigeon? I mean, you do you, man. Alright, I think that is everything searched in this room.
Mind my step.
And now we will, quite nicely and peacefully, wander on as if nothing has happened. Because nothing did happen. We certainly didn't just kill a whole bunch of goblins. Overall, not bad. We used a first level spell from us and a first level spell from Shadowheart.
All on the same side. Not like we're gonna set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them and be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Okay. Can we talk to this rat? I'm sure we can.
Foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell, life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
No booze, no
Okay.
sneaking off.
So he's referring to
You're all boring.
the Underdark below. The Great Hollow below, reeking of death. Hello. Ring of poison resistance. I guess I will put that on. Actually, it might be better for Karlach. Because I'm going to be casting poison spells a lot because of my armor. And there's a reasonable chance, given that she's always in the front, she might get hit by them.
Never a dull moment.
Curse of the Vampire.
What are they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from. What are they doing? Hiding in trees? We'll smoke 'em out, no.
Not our concern. Our prey is elsewhere.
Ah. The drow in question. Hello, friends.
Watch your step down by the pens. Wargie's been getting fat on your kind lately.
I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange. Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out.
Why show me? Go find a healer. You fought a Flaming Fist. I think Flaming Fist are the, like, police of Baldur's Gate. Something to that effect. Baldurian, you're lucky to be alive. The Baldurian militia are fierce warriors. Yeah, we'll use the Baldurian option.
Fiercest thing about 'em was the wailing, till we put an end to it.
Huh.
Ain't none can stand against us now. Not with the Absolute in our corner.
I think we talked to all of them. Can we loot these? We can loot some of them. I don't care about the bones. I'll take that. Why is this one not a loot option? What makes you different? Toss down a save just in case. Hello. Them constantly moving around worries me.
Do you think the dwarf is ready?
We've got to physically move this off, apparently.
Orders were to stand by here. No
Okay.
booze, no sneaking off.
You're all boring.
Yep, there's the Saluna icon again. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. I think they said Wargpen is where the others are at. I'm guessing Halsin is here. My goal is to rescue him first. That's probably gonna piss off all the goblins, and that's where we're gonna start our fight through here and slowly work our way back. My guess. It's possible we'll be able to do it without getting in fights. Okay, this would all be stealing. Though we're not currently being watched.
Let's have a look.
Although it occurs to me, if a fight happens, I should probably make sure I get Halsin out first, rather than accidentally starting the fight up here for looking at random trash that's not all that valuable. What do we have? It's gotta be a warg.
I should speak up.
Hands off. This one's for the pups.
What do we have? Oh, those are body parts.
Here to see the bear? Just follow the noise. Wargs have been going crazy for it. Just hope these scraps will satisfy the bunch when they're in this state.
Alright. So we got some wargs and a bear. I think we heard that Halsin as a druid preferred a bear form. So are they not aware that the bear might actually be a person? Let's look in here first. Make sure I'm right. Yes. So those are clearly wargs. And you... I was trying to look through the wall.
It's it Keep your hands steady, 3.
Your name is 3?
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
You guys' names are 1 and 3? Are you slaves? Or goblins that just didn't have creative parents? What else are you doing? He's helpless, let him go. Sharper stones might cut through all that fur. Harsh. What are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Huh, go on then, keep at it, leave him alone, or how about a taste for your own medicine? So, assuming that's Halsin, which we don't know, but it's a bear that came in with the robbers, which I assume is the adventurers who ran back to the Druid's Grove, then surely this is Halsin, but they aren't aware that he's a person, so from when they ambushed them and started the fight, he must have already been in his bear form. And has maintained it this whole time? I suppose. How about a taste your own medicine? That's a way to start a fight. But I think leave him alone won't have significantly better results.
Time for blood!
Oh, okay. You could have just broken out at any point? Hi, Cave Bear. So you just randomly chose to wait to start this fight until we showed up. Well, if I have you attack 3... So where's 2? We have 1, 3, and then Burka. Huh. You can get a sneak attack here, I assume, because Varric is nearby. Yeah. Because Varric is totally a frontline fighter. They have no health, essentially. You and you are going to be the real fights. Whatever. Go here, stab. Then go here and stab. And again. Come on. Do better. Alright, flanking bonus. Okay. Spiders are always fun. Interesting. You are trying to warn people. Don't want that. How far can I get?
One day I'll catch a break.
Here. Two bolts could probably do it, because that would be 4 to 10 damage. 7's kind of in the middle of that range. It's not anywhere near the guarantee I'd want. Versus this, 3 to 24 is a lot more guaranteed, and our attack 60%. Ugh. None of those are accurate enough that I like it. But I certainly don't want to waste 3 bolts at a 7 hit point enemy. But I also don't want you running off to get help. Although we do have another warrior here who might run for help. But I think being a warrior, he's going to be more inclined to charge in and fight. Versus this one clearly just wants to run. Alright. I hate it, but we're just going to use all 3 bolts. Just make sure you can't go for help. Yeah, 2 would have been enough. There was no way to know for sure. Are you coming to join the fight or running? Yes. You're joining the fight rather than running to get warning. Blindness on who? On Astarion. That's not fun. What can you do? Helps down to enemies. There's no, like, aid to give advantage to allies, I don't think. So all you can do really is attack. And you were the one that summoned it, so if we take him out, the spider goes away, so there's no point in fighting the spider itself. Okay. Well, the obvious thing would be bless as usual. Can't hit a star. Can't hit anyone. We're just in a bad position. Can move more centrally, but I don't know if that would give me enough range that I would actually be able to hit everyone. So I spread us out a bit far. Alright, if I didn't do that, and we just were trying to do damage, 65%'s not bad. Cantrip-wise, it's only 50%. Sure, 65%. Please don't miss. Ah. The 65% misses. Like, I get 65% is not anywhere near 100%, but it feels like it misses more than it should. Oh, okay. So they might end up hopping out at some point. Alright, if you attack him, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity, which is probably fine, because I'd rather you focus on him than on the spider that's a conjure. Ugh. Just poison damage. Didn't have lasting poison, I don't think. She's not poisoned. So we'll go here. Then you will rage. I guess I should have raged first. Again, things that would have been smarter. Probably also should have taken off the boots. That I already covered the fact that they lower her AC. There we go. How many hit points are on this door? Come on, cave bear. It's conjured. Alright, so you are blind for 6 rounds. Do you get a save? No. So you have a maximum attack range of 10 feet. Con save, is that con save every round, do I know? Unsure. So you got a maximum range on your attacks of 10 feet, apparently. And disadvantage. That's some things that are... they make the save. So spells that force them to save are good, because then disadvantage on our attack rolls doesn't matter. Alright. Have you attack. Yeah, look at that, 10 feet. You gotta get all the way up there. It's so bad. Not gonna get a reaction. Oh, wait, Spider already used its reaction on Karlach, so you are safe to move forward. And you're not gonna get sneak attack, even though you have allies nearby because you have disadvantage. I think.
You're mine.
Yeah, no sneak attack. But if you can get another solid hit in... Ah! Again, you left him at 1 hit point. Come on, Astarion. Okay, spider disappeared. That is my favorite. So then we go up here. So we just have these 2 guys left. Yeah? Warrior Plig and Butcher Vrak. Well, we're doing pretty good then, if that's the case. So let's
Time to press ahead.
move forward. Twin spell. Poison. %. You seriously can't hit that one? No part of him? Ah. I'm definitely not doing twin spell then. Could still use one of these on you. 2 to 16 damage. I don't know. Or we could just go all the way to Thunder, 3 to 24. I guess the extra D4 is probably not quite as impressive as the extra D8. The difference being that this creates an area of effect that lasts on the ground. Yeah, go for it. Only 11. Not amazing, but I'll take it. I could just Misty Step away. That would be fun. But no. We'll take an attack, but it probably won't be that big of a deal. Again, our AC apparently is like 17, which is a bit crazy. Okay. I stand corrected. It won't be a big deal. Instantly hits us for 36 damage. Menacing attack. So he's a fighter. Used a combat superiority die for a menacing attack, which did an additional... How much was for the menacing versus the base attack? Oh, the 2d12 because... Yeah. So it was a crit, which meant that it was supposed to be a d12 for the greatsword and then a d8 for the menacing. But the crit doubled them. Wow. No way I could have planned for that. That's fine. Alright, you, Scratch, just go over there and attack. That's fine. Not the most important. Okay, you're just letting the wargs free. Wargs are... something? Okay. None of us are in the grease. I was tempted to try lighting it on fire if they were there, but... 2 enemies are not nearby. Ideally, she would get him up. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So have you throw a healing potion over to here.
Let's do this.
And then I could healing word, but I don't think I see the need. 50%, which will ensnare him. Might as well. Yeah. Nice. Take it. Alright, wargs. Okay. I assumed you would join this fight, and you did not. Are you going to get advantage against him? Yes, because of the ensnaring. Provokes an attack of opportunity, but then I wouldn't have to do my reckless. Or I can just do my reckless attack. Just do the reckless attack. Kill this guy. You're taken out of the fight. And then you come up here.
Jimmy on the go.
To try and dissuade this one from running to Varric. Same here. Hopefully they join this fight, which I'm a lot more comfortable with. Nice. Yep, definitely a druid. The ability to just freely heal yourself mid-combat? That's not a normal bear thing.
Breathe deep and move.
Alright, so if we did the twin spell now... Oh, no, I don't have actions. My action was standing up from dying. It's a shame. Drink a potion. You got lots. There we go. Scratch. Oh, no, Astarion, not Scratch. We'll get advantage. Does Grease give us penalties if we attack while standing on it? Difficult terrain, movement speed is halved and creatures may fall. I think it does. So let's waste a bonus action getting out of the grease. Hopefully safely. There we go. Okay. Scratch. Sure. See what you can do. Better than nothing. I guess I will just have you attack here. Crit for 5 damage, is that really all you did? 2d6. And you rolled a 4. Awesome. Yeah, I'll just tank toe-to-toe with you, Warg. Critical miss. Halsin. Critical miss from us. There we are.
Quickly.
Nice, we got the sneak attack on him rather than on the warg. I don't know why it wasn't the sneak attack on the warg. You would have thought that would have counted. Unless Halsin doesn't count as adjacent. No, because we had him adjacent as well. I don't know.
Can't even catch my breath.
It's the better choice to put the critical or the sneak attack on him though, rather than the warg that had 4 hit points left. Alright, now we can use our last first level spell and a sorcery point. We'll get advantage on you. We're going to also use the Thunder because it doesn't have a surrounding area because I don't want to hurt my allies. Thunder just targets them. So hit you and you. You're still alive. That's fine. You can't get over there. So, start moving a little bit closer, but stay out of everyone's way. You can get there.
Let's do this.
Although possibly I should have used the crossbow instead. Yeah. 3 damage by Uncarlock is just not going to win you this fight. Hey!
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but Goblin guts are quite far down the list. Not only do you speak with a bear, but you free it too? A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin.
Well, I've been looking for a druid named Halsin. Glad to be of help. You're Halsin, the Master Halsin of the Emerald Grove. I spoke to Nettie. She said you could help me with a parasite in my head. I heard you're an unmatched healer. I need your help. I've been to the Emerald Grove. It's in danger. All of these. Can I go through all of these? You're the Master Halsin of the Emerald Grove?
Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide.
I've been to the Emerald Grove. It's in danger.
I am aware. I foolishly left it vulnerable to this rabble. There's work to be done. That look in your eyes. I've seen it before. Are you feeling all right? Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I don't know. I escaped from an illithid ship after being infected. Maybe the process was interrupted. I think this artifact has something to do with it. I do think the artifact has something to do with it, but I'm not going to tell that to a stranger I just met, even if I've heard good things about him. So we'll say maybe the process is interrupted, because that's the kind of secret that you keep until you are a lot more comfortable with someone.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. It's no coincidence that you found me here, I'll wager. You're after a cure for this parasite.
I am.
I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
I would assume the tadpole's origins would be somewhere in the astral plane with the Mind Flayers. But apparently not, maybe? Tell me what you've learned about the tadpole's origins. This magic isn't typical of how Mind Flayers procreate. So all this was for nothing. You learned all this from your studies. It's not typical for how Mind Flayers procreate?
No, this is different. Altered. The magic used is beyond me. It's either not of this world or so ancient as to be lost to even nature's memory.
Again, not of this world because it's from the Mind Flayers who are from the astral plane. I don't know why you would assume that the tadpole's magic would be of this world. Tell me what you've learned of the tadpole's origins.
I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
So we've got someone at Moonrise Towers that is giving altered tadpoles that force people to obey the Absolute. We, on the Nautiloid, got a different tadpole that's also altered but does not force us to follow the Absolute, unless it's tied to the artifact. Like, there's no real connection. We have potentially two different types of tadpoles that have both been altered to not cause people to transform. We don't have any good way of proving that our tadpoles have been altered in the same way. Since we didn't come from Moonrise Tower, we don't know that we have the same tadpole. You seem to know a lot about this. Will you come with me to Moonrise? Altered parasites occur at Moonrise Towers. Maybe. Sounds like guesswork at best. That is very true. At least I know what to do now. Thank you. I'm just gonna say it. It sounds like guesswork. Like, none of that seems like a solid, guaranteed lead.
I'm as certain as I can be. If you have a better alternative, I won't stop you.
Oh, you know I don't.
I can't stop you, in fact, which brings me to my next problem. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
Okay. Alright, how do I help? Or look around you, there's no order anymore, only chaos. I mean, to someone not trained in druidic magic, nature probably seems chaotic. Obviously, the goblins are adding extra chaos to it, but he probably sees a natural order where other people don't. But yes, I'm fine with helping him. I'm surprised we haven't yet had the option to let him know that we found two different bits of evidence that shows Kaga is acting against him and the other druids of the grove.
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
Okay. Having a shape-shifting bear druid at my side might make things easier. I'll deal with this, you get to safety. The grove isn't my problem, I have to concentrate on saving myself. Or you ask too much of me, I can't help you. Yeah, having a shape-shifting bear druid at my side will make things easier.
Be warned. My presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. I won't be able to help but attack goblins. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion when approaching the goblin leaders.
Huh. There's an idea about that, because just going in with him there charging. The question is, would he join our party taking over the place of an ally? Or would he be a follower like Scratch, where I just basically get a fifth character? That feels overpowered to give a fifth character, and I can't imagine they would make him significantly stronger than one of my allies. So I think I'm going to leave him here for now. We can probably have him join us later if we choose. But for now, stay here.
May Sylvanus guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
Okay. And with that, we're going to call it here. Episodes run a little bit long. I guess this is kind of how long they keep going, but I keep telling myself I'm going to make them shorter. And then I just don't. So yeah, we're going to end the episode here. And then next time we'll pick up from here to see if we can find those other goblin leaders. And hopefully not have to just have a giant battle all the way through this place. If we can just take on room by room, that'll feel a lot better. But we'll also have to see how it shakes out. Anyway, see ya.